Monday, McNeese State University introduced its new Prince of Basketball at a coronation worthy of a king on Joe Dumars Court. All hail Will Wade, as Polk Nation says welcome to the new man of basketball.
The time for McNeese basketball in this athletic department to become regionally and nationally relevant is now. My expectations could not be more clear. I expect to be elite. I expect us to win on the court and off the court. And when I went through all the vetting process and this whole thing, I didn't want a coach that understood these expectations. I wanted a coach that embraced them. I found that in this gentleman right here.
Thank you. I've got some notes here, but those who know me best, I ad-lib pretty good, so I probably won't get too far from the notes. But I'm excited to be back in Louisiana. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be here. I want to thank my wife and daughter, Lauren and Caroline, who are here. They're probably ready to get me out of the house. They're sick of having me around so much. The last year or so they may be the most excited here because they're not going to have to deal with me every day. So I want to thank all you guys for making this happen. Trust me, it was a ton of hard work on a lot of fronts. Got a little dicey a couple times, but we were able to bring it across the finish line, and I want to thank those guys. And you know, you look at it, the leadership of the athletic department starts with Coach Schroyer. One thing that was very appealing is you don't want to go somewhere where they haven't won and where other sports are not winning. If other sports aren't winning, then there's there's some sort of structural issue. But if you look at all the other sports at McNeese, I mean, look at our baseball team, just swept this past weekend, right? They won the Southland last year. Softball took 2 out of 3 from Monroe. They won the Southland last year. Volleyball flipped it in the first year, finishing in second place. I mean, there's a lot of success around McNeese athletics, and it starts with the leadership with Coach Schroyer. But we're going to be the next successful program here, and that's what we're charged with. That's what we're charged with doing. I'm looking for guys in recruiting that are going to be as excited to be in Louisiana as I am. I love this state. I love this. I love being here, and I'm excited to just get in Southwest Louisiana here. You know, we're gonna be out and about. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see me wearing my McNeese gear. We're gonna be all over this 5-parish area. I mean, Allen, Beauregard, Cameron, Calcasieu, Jeff Davis. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be in this area. We're gonna be recruiting players. We're gonna be recruiting fans. We're gonna sell this thing out. We're gonna get this thing moving. And I look forward to building great relationships here in Southwest Louisiana, getting to know the people, and really our basketball program being a source of pride for this area. And let me be clear, because I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff, but we're going to turn it around quickly. This is not something I'm trying to do, this is going to be done quickly, all right? Next year, we're going to be ready to roll, period, all right? This is not, I'm not coming in here talking about we're not talking about some major rebuild or any of that stuff. We expect to win and compete at the top of the Southland next year, point blank, period. That's what we're going to do. So, I mean, I want to be very clear about that. But this program needs a rebirth. This area needs to continue its rebirth from the hurricanes. It was very humbling. I was here with our team after the hurricanes hit, and we did a little bit of community service when I was down the road at LSU. And to come back and to see the progress it's made and to see the progress that still needs to be made. This area needs a rebirth. And my career needs a rebirth. After everything that's gone on, my career needs a rebirth. And so, let's be honest, right? I think this is the perfect time where all of that's coming together, and I'm excited to hopefully be a conduit for the rebirth of the basketball program and the rebirth of this area. And we want our program to be a program that everybody can be prideful of and excited about, and you can stick your chest out and say, I'm from Southwest Louisiana, and McNeese has a damn good basketball team. And that's what we want to be about. Our program is going to be about pride. You know, I want people that wear McNeese gear. I'm going to be wearing McNeese gear. That shows that we've got a pride about what we're doing. And that's what we're going to be. In short, we're going to be a program that you're going to be proud that represents this area, represents this university on and off the court. I look forward to packing this arena. So I'm going to work hard to make sure that they have a great atmosphere to play in, that we have fans in the stands, and that they know that we're working hard on that. But everybody, band, kickers, cheerleaders, students, you know, everybody makes a difference and adds to the atmosphere here. And we're a program that we're going to include everybody. We're going to be inclusive with everybody, and everybody plays a part in our success. We can't do it alone. We got to do it together. And that's what we're going to do. I'm excited to be back here. I'm excited about this rebirth of our basketball program and of our community. And I can't wait to start the largest turnaround in college basketball this next season. We're going to go from 23 losses to 23 plus wins next year. Remember, I said that. And we're going to start that today. And we're going to all do it together. It's going to take everybody in this arena, and we're going to keep bringing people. If everybody who's here, I appreciate you coming. You go tell 2 or 3 other people, we need you. Let's buy season tickets. Let's get this place sold out. Let's get this place packed out. I couldn't be more excited to be your coach. I couldn't be more excited to represent this great area, and we're going to get this thing done, and we're going to get it done fast. Go Pokes.
You know, I took this, when I started this show 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago, I said, I don't think there'd be enough news to do a weekly show. I don't think McNeese would be enough exciting. I don't think that, we're going to have the same guest over and over again.
It's a little different now, huh?
What did you do to this thing when you showed up?
It's
You weren't even here.
Well,
What is this about? How do you do this?
how do I do what?
How do you recruit a Will Wade to come to McNeese?
I've said this on air, and you refuse to believe me, but I'm going to say it again.
Oh, boy.
Southwest Louisiana and McNeese is a special, special place. I've lived all over the country, okay? And there's the people here are phenomenal. We have an unbelievable institution. We have the greatest facility around. But I will tell you this: getting Coach Wade to come here is a huge deal. It's bigger than just the basketball program and the university. It truly is. Igniting passion.
Community changing.
For 100% throughout our community.
So let me get this straight.
Yep.
You give everybody basically promotions in the department,
Okay.
right?
There's a few.
Just
but
hand them out
there
everywhere.
There are some that aren't. Here
People I've
anymore.
never even heard of are getting promotions.
Okay.
Kind of like the old mafia.
Okay.
I don't know if they show up for work, but they get a promotion, they get a raise. Okay. You give the highest first $1 million contract out to football, which scared half the town. Now you're giving a $1 million contract out to basketball, which scared the town. You turn McNeese from the cheapest school in the history of the world, I think, athletically.
Okay.
But at
Tell me how you really feel.
the very bottom of
sure.
bottom of the Southland Conference,
For sure.
to now one of the higher conference,
Yes.
to where it should have been all along.
Agreed.
And you put it in the black.
Agreed. Yes.
And you do that all within 2.5 years after a hurricane. And you're not teaching economics on campus. Why is that?
I have no interest in teaching economics on campus. We have an unbelievable business school, and they do an unbelievable job. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I will tell you that if people are nervous now about where we're at with our football coaches' salaries and our basketball coaches' salaries, they're only going to get bigger and better because it's something I truly believe in. Look, I've said it all along. Every sport on this campus is really, really important. I want to win in every sport, and I don't think I could have made that any more clear in the press conference yesterday. But let's really talk business here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk true college athletics. Football and men's basketball lead the way. They're the two revenue-generating sports. You have to invest in the sports that are able to make revenue. I was a basketball coach for 26 years, 24 in Division I. I saw it up close and personal. Though we have to do that, and I think that Gary's going to have a great year this year. I think Coach Wade is going to flip this thing right away. And when all those things happen, we're going to continue to ante up, and we're going to continue to swing the bat to continue to move this institution forward.
Yeah, look, I love it. I told you when you first took the job, I said, I'm looking forward to seeing if you can really make this happen, because you had high aspirations, high goals, and not just to bring beach volleyball to the middle of Lake Charles, which we'll figure out where the beach actually is at some other point. But all this other stuff that's happened has been great for the university. You wanted to raise the profile of the school. Mm-hmm. You've done that. The Joe Dumars thing was good.
It's big. Mm-hmm.
That was big. Gary Goff was big. I mean, you actually flew Gary Goff. That's the first time we've ever flown anybody in anywhere. Mm-hmm. And now you do it again. What amazes me is, though, to me, is you're able to kind of raise the bar every step you go. And all kidding aside, because I kid you a lot, you've done more for this university in 2.5 years than anybody I've ever seen, as far as raising the bar.
I appreciate that, Jim. It takes a lot, though. Like everyone says, oh, we flew Coach in and we did this. Well, I don't own a plane. It takes a lot of people in this community that have gotten on board and understand where we're trying to go, and they're committed to the vision too. They're committed to the cause. They understand exactly what we just talked about how those two sports in particular, all of them need. Look, I mean, and I was really proud of Coach Wade when he talked about our baseball program and the unbelievable program.
Yeah, that was
that Justin Hill's built, and softball continued to win. I mean, our tennis program right now is 10-2. I mean, she's done an unbelievable job. I just hired her. Sasha, volleyball. I mean, they flipped it. So, the culture of this program and this department has changed, because I'm very, very clear with the expectations. I truly believe we have the best job in this league in every sport. And, look, I coach. There's times the ball doesn't bounce your way, an injury, 2 or 3. I get all that. But we need to have the expectation that we want to play and compete for championships, not just get into conference tournaments. Those days are over.
No, I understand it. And look, I love that personally. Mm-hmm. I think that's great. And I think he did a tremendous job of naming just about every sport on campus, including ones I didn't even know we had.
Okay.
So I'll give him credit for that. And that's a good piece of homework doing there for you and him. But what I do like best of all is the fact that you want to raise the bar, and we only got 30 seconds of this segment, but I want to add this, that how much closer does Will Wade get you to FBS? Real quick.
I think it's getting Coach Wade here makes us regionally and, more importantly, nationally relevant.
Yeah.
And all of those things I think help advance the institution, and wherever that goes, it goes. But getting Coach Wade here is a game changer for this community, this university, and obviously this department.
We're going to meet Will Wade right after this on Polk Nation.
Welcome back to Polk Nation. Coach Will Wade, welcome to Polk Nation, my friend.
Glad to be here.
Okay, first things first. I apologize up front. Okay, Darth Vader to your right. I mean, you've been here a little bit for like 5 minutes while we did the first segment. It is unbelievable. I apologize for the behavior of that gentleman. I apologize that he only has one jacket he wears every single week. But nonetheless,
we're going to have to spruce his wardrobe up a little bit.
I know.
You won't even give me a pin.
I finally got someone to actually
Yeah, you don't have your McNeese
I don't
pen.
even
We got to
get
get
a
a
McNeese pin.
It's Polk Nation. You got to have a
I'm not
pin.
allowed one. I'm not allowed one. He won't give me one. He won't give me anything.
Coach, let's get started. So, first of all, welcome to McNeese. Welcome to Lake Charles. You've been here for less than 24 hours, really. Tell Polk Nation, what is your opinion so far? What do you think, and what have you been up to the last day or so, besides dealing with him?
Got a press conference, TV show, everything.
Yeah.
It's been great. I mean, shoot, we hadn't lost yet, so everybody's still very excited and very welcoming. But it's been a lot of fun. I mean, Lake Charles, I've been here a few times, but now I've gotten to go around and explore a little bit. I'm looking forward. I'm going to walk campus this afternoon with some folks, and so I'm looking forward to that. But the casino area is nice as ever. But getting out around town and seeing different areas of town has been great. I'm looking forward to trying some of these restaurants. I've gotten some good food recommendations since I've been here.
This guy can help you with that too.
No, I don't eat seafood.
You don't eat seafood?
No.
Why'd you move to Louisiana if you don't eat seafood?
Oh, there's all.
It's the best part about coming back is the seafood. I got oysters the first night. That was exciting. That was good. The oysters were good.
I'm a paisan from the west side of Chicago. I don't eat seafood. Sorry, folks. Everybody else does. No, okay, what, did he put you up in at least a nice hotel?
Oh, yeah, I'm at the Nugget.
Oh, there you go.
Very nice.
Yeah, he probably put me up in Motel 6 or something. But why Lake Charles? I mean, the big question is you're Will Wade. You've been to the Sweet 16, probably have the pick of the litter as far as some job selections go. Why Lake Charles? Why McNeese?
This guy.
Don't go there.
This guy. No, seriously. This guy and the administration, unbelievable commitment. And, I talked to other schools. I talked to a bunch of schools. A lot of people, it's recruiting. People are going to tell you what you want to hear. But I look at actions and what people actually do. And when you sit in this arena and when you see this arena, Heath actually undersold that. He undersold the arena.
That's amazing.
Big time. That's very rare.
That's shocking.
But looking at we got an office that overlooks a practice court.
Yeah.
We've got a training room that has an underwater treadmill. I hadn't had that since I was at VCU.
Really?
We have our own weight room. We have our own weight room just for men's and women's basketball. Our locker room, a film room. We have a coach's locker room. I mean, this is really, really good stuff. And I heard the first segment. You talk about moving up to FBS. Like, we have a basketball facility that's ready to play in Conference USA, whatever it may be. Like, we are ready to go. Now we got to get the product on the court. ready to go and get it on par with our facilities and with the commitment that everybody at the university's made. And I think, we've got that commitment, and we're starting to, hopefully in this first 24 hours, we've built some excitement in town, and we're going to get, people involved. We're going to get the fans involved and get people here so we can create a tremendous atmosphere in this wonderful environment.
How big is the arena? I mean, obviously it's a recruiting tool, it's all that, but how big of it is, as an arena goes, is it important for the stability of a program? Because we're here a year and a half later from when the team was actually practicing in like 9 different sites.
Yeah.
How important is it to have everything right here?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, you don't have to go anywhere. You walk across the street and the academics are right there. But you don't have to go anywhere. It's one-stop shopping. If you look at any company, any good company, all right, they would tell you the number one reason they're a good company is because they're efficient, right? So you want to be efficient. You want to have efficiency. And when you have everything in one place, that's efficient, as opposed to having to walk, 300 yards over there for football, have to go to, to the football weight room, having to go to a training room that's across campus in another building. You have everything that you need right here. And so that's incredibly important, because you can be incredibly efficient with your time, with your staff, with your players, with everybody. And all the best corporations, all the best organizations are efficient, and that's what we're going to be here.
Well, okay, the thing about you is you got the LSU ties, which people love in this town. But more importantly, you're hated in Lafayette, which people love in this town. Why don't
I didn't
people
know.
in Lafayette like you?
I don't know. Did you see our NIT game a few years ago?
I heard about it.
Did you hear about that?
I watched it. Yes,
Yeah.
I did watch it. So you already got under their skin. So they're already excited because of that. And because this guy changed the schedule, they're coming here next year.
Do they really?
Yes, they come here next
It's
year.
exciting.
They come here 2 years in a row because of the hurricane and that. So I think that's
Should be a good atmosphere.
It should be fun.
Maybe our first sellout.
Yeah. Well, I expect a lot of sellouts, aren't you?
We are. Well, I'll tell you this. Coach has been here less than 24 hours, and I got a call this morning from my ticket office, and there are 20, we're down to 20 platinum tickets left out of 360-something. So the buzz is catching up. I mean, I've got text messages already, but I want 4 more, I want 2 more. Really, really excited. I mean, it's a huge deal. The Lafayette game is a big deal.
And we don't have any players yet. No.
Yet.
Well, I'm just saying that they're.
We're going to keep you busy these next couple of weeks.
Fine.
Keep you busy these next
fine.
couple of weeks.
He has kept me busy, believe me, over the last year and a half. But when do you? Obviously, there's some players that are here, and you got to talk to them. But what do you look for in a player? What are you looking for?
Look for guys that fit what we're trying to do in the Southland Conference. The number one thing you look for is athleticism. You've got to have tremendous athleticism. Whatever sport you're playing, if you roll out there with the best athletes, you got the best chance to win. I don't care if you're playing soccer, basketball, football, whatever it may be. So we got to have great athletes. And then we have positionally, my staff knows it, we have positionally what we look for at each position, what we like at each position. And so we look for the athletic guy that fits our characteristics at each spot. And then, we put it on our little numeric formula and see what it spits out, and Hopefully it spits out something that's a really good Southland player.
When we come back with Coach Will Wade, we're going to talk a little bit more about what he's looking for in the Southland Conference and how he's going to win it next year, right after this. We're back with Will Wade, and Coach, a lot of things going on. Obviously, we've talked a little bit about recruiting and that. But you said yesterday at your press conference, we're going to win the Southland Conference.
I didn't say we're going to win. I said we're going to be at the top of the
Top of the
Southland
top
Conference.
two. But you made the statement about 23 wins. That's all great. But I liked what you said about the job. You said if I finish in the first 2 spots, all I got to do is win 2 games on my home floor to get in the NCAA tournament. How inviting is that for a coach?
Extremely. I mean, you start evaluating the one-bid leagues, which there's 25 of them, all right, in the country. I mean, where's a better situation than here in terms of access to the NCAA tournament?
Sure.
Now, we've got to come in the top 2, which we plan on doing. But to win 2 games on your home court, and the people are going to be going crazy if we've got a real shot. I mean, that's big time. And I don't think there's when you start evaluating, looking at other opportunities, other jobs, other places. I mean, nobody else offers that. Most of the places you got to win 3 games on a neutral court, or you got to win 3 games on somebody else's home court or whatever it may be. But to be able to, now we got to come in top 2, but to be able to play 2 games on your home court, the 2 biggest games of your season are on your home court. It's a pretty good deal, in my opinion.
Well, I think it's when Coach and I were talking about it, Jim, that's why I've publicly said this, is that this is the best one-bid league job in the country. Because what Coach said is true. There's no other institution, there is no other job in the league, in any league, in one-bid league, that can say that. We're funded at the top of the league. We have the best facility. We have the best community. There's a lot of built-in advantages, and it's time for us to reach our potential. But the thing that I love about Coach is, like, when I talked to him, and again, he had a lot of other options. And I mean, we laid it out, the expectations, and he didn't just understand them, he embraced them. And that's what I love about Coach, is that he's a confident guy, and he understands, and he knows and believes in himself. I love the staff he's putting together. This is going to be a really, really special time, and a time that I've said before that our window to become nationally and regionally relevant is now, and I'm so excited that Coach is here to do it.
But you're talking more. You're talking basketball about becoming regional and all that. But you're also looking as him as a guiding post to the next level, correct?
100%. I mean, for sure.
So you got the pressure of selling the arena, winning 23 plus games next year, and now leading this program to FBS football, which you don't even do. Is that a little pressure for you?
No, it's good. That's what I wanted. I mean, look, I wanted when I got fired, when you come back, you want a reclamation project where you can make an impact.
Yeah.
You want to be able to make an impact. I don't know, I don't know how long it'll all last here. Who knows? But the time I'm here and what we're here, we want to make an impact. When we leave here, we want this basketball program to be in incredible shape, where it's one of the most sought after jobs in the entire country. We want McNeese to be positioned to have 8,000 plus students. That's important to me.
Yeah.
To continue to climb our enrollment and go recruit these students from our 5 parish area and in between here in Lafayette. Go take some of these students from them. All right, that's important. Mm-hmm. And then we want this the athletic program to be moving up to FBS. I mean, if we can have a small part in all of that happening, it's been very, very successful. And the number one way for that to happen is for us to win. When we win, students want to come, and that helps enrollment. When we win, other conferences want you because of the facilities. When we win, the community is engaged. So we've got to focus everything and channel everything towards winning, and all that other stuff will be a byproduct of that. But I totally understand everything that comes with, everything that comes with the job, and I want to make an impact here in Lake Charles and at McNeese.
Real quick, you talked about rebirth of your career yesterday and a little bit and that in the NCAA. Are you worried about that, or is that just going to, whatever happens, happens?
Whatever happens, happens. We know the ruling. We've done a lot of due diligence. We've done a lot of work on that, and I think everybody's in a pretty comfortable spot there.
Is it more interesting right now, real quick, because you're going to have a bigger impact at this level?
Yes, that's what I'm excited about. That's what gives me energy every day. I'm fired up every day, ready to roll.
Will Wade, new men's basketball coach. Who would have thought it? He had a coronation yesterday here because of this guy. So, joining Polk Nation, we want to thank you for being with us. When we come back next week, who knows what we'll have? Heath keeps changing the pages. Don't forget to watch Sound Off 60 every Tuesday and Thursday right here on CBS Lake Charles. We'll see you next week.